Welcome one, welcome all to the 2017 WillFoxification Movie Awards. I've been looking forward to this event for a long time now, and it's finally here, and I'm so excited to honor all the fantastic artists nominated in the show tonight. But before we get rolling, let's give all these great artists a round of applause. They truly deserve it. Sadly, none of them could actually make it here tonight. Not sure why really, because no one ever responded to my invites, but either way, we do have some very excited audience members here with us to enjoy the show. Welcome guys and gals, how was traffic on the way over here tonight?
Boo, you suck!
Okay then, tough crowd. Okay then, well we have 13 awards to hand out here tonight, and since none of the actors actually decided to be here, feel free to tweet them about their victory if you feel so inclined. I know I will be, and I'm sure they'll be pretty thrilled about it. So, but let's go ahead and kick things off with our first category of the night, Best Supporting Actor. Supporting characters can at times be overlooked in film, but they often play pivotal, exciting, dramatic, and essential roles. These 5 actors all delivered one of, if not the most impressive performances of their career, and each one of them truly delivered something exceptional. The nominees for Best Supporting Actor of 2016 film are Mahershala Ali, Moonlight; Jeff Bridges, Hell or High Water; Chris Pine, Hell or High Water; Aaron Taylor Johnson, Nocturnal Animals; and a candidate which will probably surprise you, but hey, technology is changing the film game and we critics gotta adapt, so Idris Elba, The Jungle Book. And the will goes to Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali delivered one of the best performances of his career in what ultimately may be his true breakout performance. It's not like this was his first role by any means, but I think this may be the role that propels his career to A-list actor level. His character Juan is wise, noble, yet conflicted at the same time, and those traits combined with stellar acting performance made for one unforgettable character. Mahershala Ali is going to be huge, mark my words. Okay, so moving on to our second category of the night, Best Supporting Actress. Supporting actresses, just like their supporting actor counterparts, can often get overlooked because of how some moviegoers will perceive their role as minor. But these 5 women nominated here tonight delivered anything but minor performances. They played key characters, and these characters often stole the show away from the leading actors in several cases. With that said, here are nominees for Best Supporting Actress for 2016 film. Teresa Palmer, Hacksaw Ridge; Naomi Harris, Moonlight; Michelle Williams, Manchester by the Sea; Lupita Nyong'o, Queen of Katwe; and Angourie Rice, The Nice Guys. And the will goes to get it out of the envelope. Naomi Harris, Moonlight. Naomi Harris's work is relatively new to me, but boy did she impress me in Moonlight. Her character Paula, the mother of main character Chiron, is a drug user and a very tortured soul. She has clouded judgment that ultimately negatively affects her son's upbringing, and Naomi Harris perfectly embodied this character. She's scary, she's depressed, and a lot of times she's just flat out crazy. She was amazing, and I can't wait to see more of Naomi Harris. Moving right along to the next category of the night, Best Cinematography. Now you probably heard me say this a lot this year, that this film or that film had great cinematography, and honestly I wasn't just being repetitive for the sake of being repetitive. There were a lot of brilliantly shot films in 2016. Cinematography can create whole new meaning in a story by adding layers and depth to characters and environments that ultimately enhances the entire movie-going experience. These 5 films all delivered some great cinematography that added so much to the final product, and the 5 nominees for Best Cinematography of 2016 film are A Monster Calls, Hell or High Water, La La Land, The Birth of a Nation, and Arrival. And the will goes to Arrival. Arrival delivered a visual experience that was just too great to ignore. Although it's a refreshing take on the sci-fi genre, it still contains the familiar, and it seems like a requirement of quality sci-fi is outstanding visuals, and Arrival definitely delivers that and then some. The way this film is composed enhances the drama in a way that I personally thought I'd never see from a sci-fi film. It takes everything you expect to see and delivers it in a way that manages to casually and satisfyingly rouse your sense of curiosity and other key emotions. The cinematography in Arrival is truly great. and I believe it stands apart from almost any other sci-fi film I've ever experienced. Alright, so moving on to our next award of the night, Best Music or Score. Now, music can make the world of a difference in a film. A good score can direct and heighten your emotional investment and ultimately make the experience that much more impactful for you. Whether it be a drama that makes you feel sad or happy, or a horror film that scares you, or an action film that excites you, all those emotions you feel would most likely not be felt in the capacity you feel them without the accompanying music. With that said, here are the nominees for Best Music or Score in 2016 film. La La Land by Justin Hurwitz, Arrival by Johan Johansson, Moana by Lin-Manuel Miranda, Mark Mencia, and Opisha Foye, Moonlight by Nicholas Brittle, and Rogue One, a Star Wars story by Michael Giacchino. And the will goes to... Justin Hurwitz, La La Land. The music in La La Land was beautifully constructed and really did much more than just accompany the on-screen action. Considering this is a musical film, the music present here is required to do a little bit more than your typical score because of how the viewer is much more focused on the actual song. The music in La La Land gives us a taste of the old, but also refreshingly mixes it with the new in a way that feels genuine and like it belongs in this La La Land. These fantastical sequences are accompanied by some of the strongest music composed for a film that I've seen in quite some time, and La La Land's strong music plays a very big role in all its success. Okay, so on to our fifth category of the evening, Best Visual Effects. Anyone who's ever seen a film with heavy use of visual effects before knows that the quality of the visual effects can make or break the entire experience for you. If the CGI or animation looks like shit, then you're going to be very distracted and more focused on why it looks like shit rather than the story itself. If the visual effects are beautiful like the 5 films nominated tonight, you can immerse yourself that much further into that world and the entire experience. CGI has reached a level of realism in modern film that many of us deemed impossible, yet somehow these 5 films managed to not only capture the pinnacle of modern CGI and animation, but also to add something new to the process as well. With that said, the nominees for Best Visual Effects of 2016 film are Captain America: Civil War, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, A Monster Calls, The Jungle Book, and Warcraft. And the will goes to... The Jungle Book. What The Jungle Book managed to do in the visual effects department is nothing short of amazing. With sets that were fairly minimal, they managed to create a jungle and characters that inhabit it that are full of life and look photorealistic. I've never seen CGI animals look as realistic as they do in this film, and I became so enthralled with these characters in a way that I didn't think was possible. The film is like 99% CGI, and it looks ridiculously great. It creates a whole new standard for future live action films, and The Jungle Book's groundbreaking visual effects are breathtaking in every way possible and are well deserving of this award tonight. Alright, so moving on to the next award of the evening, Best Director. Now, most of us know by now that a director and their vision is crucial to the formation of a film's identity. The directorial presence makes a world of difference in regards to the direction the script actually takes. The director is the leader of the band, the conductor of the orchestra, if you will, and none of these great films we're honoring tonight would be the same without their great directors leading the charge. The nominees for Best Director of 2016 film are Barry Jenkins, Moonlight, Mel Gibson, Hacksaw Ridge, Denis Villeneuve, Arrival, Damien Chazelle, La La Land, and Jon Favreau, The Jungle Book. And the will goes to... got banned a little bit, but Damien Chazelle, La La Land. Damien Chazelle is quickly becoming one of the elite directors in the game right now. He delivered us the amazing Whiplash and now the breathtaking La La Land that must have been a huge undertaking. The vision that Damien Chazelle had for this film takes creativity to a whole nother level. The way the choreographed dance scenes unfold, to the lighting and composition techniques, to the actual love story itself, La La Land shows off a wide range of abilities for director Damien Chazelle. La La Land seems like it'd be a nightmare to plan, yet somehow Damien Chazelle made it feel like a fantasy world that many of us want to stay in forever. Bravo, Mr. Chazelle, bravo, sir. So this next category is a big one, Best Actor in a Leading Role. I think we all understand the importance of leading actors. They're leading, so without a strong leading presence, it's going to be very hard for a film to succeed because you spend so much time with this character. They better be interesting or fun or something, because otherwise your audience will have trouble connecting with them and the story itself. These 5 actors delivered amazing performances, each one for a different reason, reason, but regardless, they all elevated their respective film to greatness by their sheer excellence in their role. The 5 nominees for Best Actor for 2016 film are Ryan Gosling, La La Land, Andrew Garfield, Hacksaw Ridge, Denzel Washington, Fences, James McAvoy, Split, and a candidate whose nomination you will probably either love or hate, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. And the will goes to... Denzel Washington, Fences. Denzel Washington in the role of Troy Maxson is not the most likable of characters, but he managed to put a spin on this role that only he could pull off. He goes on these long monologues that never grow tiresome because of how dramatic and tension-filled the results become due to his domineering tone and overall presence. Denzel Washington is no stranger to playing complicated characters, and Troy Maxson is one of those characters that has a ton of baggage. But Denzel Washington managed to make you hate Troy sometimes, love him others, and sometimes both. He's easy to root for and he's easy to root against, and the conflicted nature of Troy as a character is perfectly relayed to the viewer through Denzel Washington's absolutely brilliant performance. Denzel Washington has done it once again. He's one of the greats in my book. Alright, so it would make sense that our next award tonight is for Best Actress in a Leading Role. Now this was the hardest category to narrow down because there were a lot of actresses who I felt like were deserving of a nomination at the very least, but sadly I can only nominate 5 for consistency's sake. All 5 of the nominated actresses tonight played a huge role in the greatness of the films they starred in. They put the films on their back and carried them to greatness, and I'm excited to honor them tonight. With that said, your nominees for Best Actress for 2016 film are Natalie Portman, Jackie, Viola Davis, Fences, Haley Steinfeld, The Edge of 17, Amy Adams, Arrival, and Emma Stone, La La Land. And the will goes to... Emma Stone, La La Land. This extremely tough decision basically came down to the fact that Emma Stone showed off the most versatility of these actresses in the role of Mia. She sang, she danced, she showed off a wide range of emotions, and she did it all in spectacular fashion. I think this is the best performance of Emma Stone's career, and since she was already a superstar, she's gonna be a mega superstar after her work in La La Land. Emma Stone absolutely floored me with how good she was in this film, and honestly, La La Land proved to me that she is a great actress and just really getting started. Honestly, the complexity of the scenes she performed was pretty astoundingly great, and her work was truly amazing. That's all I can say, really. Okay, so now we're transitioning away from individual awards and towards films in general. But before we do that, we need to take a quick commercial break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
We're doing pretty good, guys, so far. The show's looking, pretty good, sounding good. So, wait. We don't have any sponsors. What do you mean? I thought we had a commercial break. Wait, we're live? Okay, so we're back at the WillFoxification 2017 Movie Awards, and we're kicking things off with Best Comedy Film. There were actually a handful of comedy films this year that turned out much better than most of us expected. Comedy films don't always appeal to a wide range of audiences and age groups, but these 5 films all delivered some awesome laughs in their own unique way. The 5 nominees for Best Comedy Film of 2016 are Central Intelligence, Deadpool, The Nice Guys, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and pop star Never Stop, Never Stopping. And the will goes to... Let's see... Deadpool. Deadpool was a film that all of us have been waiting for a very, very long time, and it delivered everything we wanted and then some. The wisecracking, sarcastic, fourth wall breaking superhero we all know and love was brought to the big screen in a fashion that mixes the standards of the superhero genre with something entirely new altogether as well, and that's R-rated comedy. Deadpool was not just the funniest film of the year, but also one of the best films of the year, period, and I think that's due in large part to how hilarious and over the top the film is, but in a fun way. Deadpool was brought to life by Ryan Reynolds, who really is like the only person who could be so damn hilarious in this role and charismatic and likable at the same time. Deadpool was hysterical, and it's well deserving of this award. Okay, so our next award of the night is for Best Animated Film. Many consider this to be one of the best years for animation ever because we were delivered plenty of really good films, but also a handful of really great ones as well. Many great animated films like the ones nominated here tonight offer something both formulaic yet new at the same time, but still deliver all the emotion that regular films films do as well. And with that said, let's take a look at our nominees for Best Animated Film of 2016. Kubo and the Two Strings, Moana, Sausage Party, Zootopia, and Finding Dory. And the wheel goes to... Sorry, I got crinkled up again. Kubo and the Two Strings. Kubo and the Two Strings was one of the most emotional films I've ever seen in my entire life. This story combines adventure and amazing visuals with a story about family and loved ones in a way that rarely is achieved so flawlessly. This film managed to make me feel such a wide range of emotions over just under 2 hours, and the way that balance is struck between the various themes is pretty damn remarkable. Kubo and the Two Strings has some of the best animation I've ever seen, some really well written characters and acted as well, awesome action scenes, a story that is as unique as they come, and the film really is everything you could ever want out of an animated film and then some. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time, and I truly believe it's one of the best ever made. Okay, so moving right along to our next award of the night, Best Fantasy or Action Film. This was a really tough category for me, and I have a feeling it's going to be pretty divisive among you guys as well. There were a lot of really fun, exciting, and great fantasy or action films this year, and depending upon your taste and overall preferences, you may feel very strongly about one film over the others, but for me, I loved all these films, and it was really difficult to pick just one. But either way, here are our nominees for Best Fantasy or Action Film of 2016. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Deadpool, Captain America, Civil War, The Jungle Book, and The Magnificent Seven. And the wheel goes to... Alright. Captain America, Civil War. Captain America Civil War serves as the culmination of all the destruction the superheroes and villains have left in their path throughout Marvel cinematic history. Seeing our heroes bicker amongst one another is one thing, but seeing them viciously fight one another is something else entirely. This film delivers those amazing action sequences we expect out of Marvel films, but it also delivers some great character development as well. We all know most of these characters pretty well by now, but Civil War still manages to teach us something new about each and every one of them. It plays on your emotions by making you pick a side, and that was really impactful for me because I love all these characters, and watching them fight made me feel a very wide range of emotions. Captain America Civil War is one of the greatest superhero films ever made, and I'm really excited to see where our divided heroes go from here. Alright, so we're on to our next category of the evening, Best Horror or Thriller Film of 2016. These are often overlooked genres because it seems as if many people believe that these kind of films don't offer very much actual substance. Well, I think this year's crop did a pretty good job of providing you that suspense and tension that these sort of films are known for, and in a way that feels of high quality. Our nominees for Best Horror or Thriller Film of 2016 are Ouija, Origin of Evil, Anthropoid, Don't Breathe, Split, and The Blair Witch. And the wheel goes to... Ouija, Origin of Evil. To be completely honest, I wasn't expecting very much out of Ouija Origin of Evil. The trailers made it look like your shitty run-of-the-mill horror flick, but it really is much more than that, almost solely through execution. This film is not really anything totally fresh and brand new. It takes that same child possessed by a demon formula and just executes way better than the competition. It takes good characters, well-timed scares, and consistently executed tension and packages it all in a form that we are all familiar with, but it works so well because of the execution and timing of the film surrounding parts. Ouija Origin of Evil was truly a great surprise. And finally, we've arrived to the biggest category of the evening, Best Picture of 2016. This was also an extremely tough category to narrow down because 2016 was actually a pretty damn great year for film. We got a ton of great movies delivered to us, many of them seemingly coming out of nowhere. We got some truly remarkable films nominated here tonight, and I want to thank all the filmmakers out there that brought us these 10 amazing films. You guys and gals are the best. But with that said, let's take a look at the nominees for Best Picture of 2016. Arrival, Zootopia, Moonlight, The Edge of 17, Captain America, Civil War, Hacksaw Ridge, Kubo and the Two Strings, La La Land, The Jungle Book, and Hell or High Water. And the wheel goes to... I'm nervous just opening this. Alright. La La Land. I'm not even a big fan of musicals, but La La Land affected me very deeply. I connected with these characters on such a profound level that I felt like I had a relationship with them, like they were friends of mine or something that I desperately wanted to see succeed. These two characters and their love story feels about as admirable and genuine and exciting as you could possibly watch on the big screen. The acting performances from Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling are just exceptional, and these two have a chemistry that just feels incredibly natural. But La La Land also delivers musical and visual elements that are unlike anything else I've personally ever seen before. The music written by Justin Hurwitz not only fits seamlessly into this story, it also adds a ton of value, something I never thought I'd say about a musical film. And the choreography is just amazing. The visuals themselves are art at the highest level. The different lighting and composition techniques are remarkable and give the film such a strong identity in all its fairy tale aspects as well as its real world ones. La La Land is one of my favorite films of all time, and it's the best picture of 2016. So before we wrap up, I just want to thank all of you who decided to attend the event tonight. It means a lot to me that you took the time out of your busy schedules to do so. And all of you watching at home, thank you so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Where do you agree? Where do you disagree with my nominations and winners? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for much more content like this. That's all for now though. I'll see you guys in the next video, and that's a wrap for the WillFoxification 2017 Movie Awards. Good night.